I'm Travis, an intern here at the C Science Center in Manchester. Today, we're going to be talking about pi. And no, I don't mean the pastry dessert. Pi is a ratio or a relation between a circle's circumference and its diameter. Now, let's break that down a little bit, okay? Pi is actually what we call an irrational number, which is an endless, never repeating series of numbers that goes on forever and ever. We couldn't even write it all out if we tried. But we tend to write it as 3.14. And as you can see, it keeps going. 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, 5, 3, 5, 8, 9. Don't worry about all that, okay? That's a lot of numbers that you won't have to remember. Let's just always remember it as 3.14. Now, keeping in mind, pi is equal to 3.14, and the circumference is the length around the circle, and the diameter is the length through the circle. Now, let's test to see if the diameter of a circle is really 3.14 times its circumference with some demonstrations. Here we are at the gravity well of the Science Center, and just to test that it is indeed a circle, we'll just run a little washer down the side of it. And while that's going, I'll just start measuring the circumference or the length around the circle. So now we'll know this string is the length of the circumference around the circle. So here's our string from the circumference of the circle. Now the test begins. Can we measure it across 3 times and have a little bit left over? Let's find out. And now we have 3 equal length strings across the diameter of the circle with a little bit left over, and this is what we call our 0.14, or the remainder of the string that we have left after measuring across 3 times. Now, let's see if we can measure some other circles with the same results. Here we are at our zoetrope exhibit, which, as you can see through the slits given, you'll see a small animation of a T-Rex running. Let's measure the circumference of the circle using some strings again, and then we'll check to see if it's 3.14 times the diameter. Look at that, a nice perfect circumference. Now, let's check against its diameter. That's 1 diameter down. There's 2. Do we think that this is going to reach across and still have a little bit left? Let's find out. Perfect. 3 diameters across and a little bit left over, which again we call 0.14 about. There's a variety of household objects that you too can measure to see if the circle circumference is really 3.14 times the length of its diameter. Let's start with this coffee cup, shall we? I'll begin by simply getting our string, as usual. All right. Now, let's see if that really is 3.14 times the diameter of this coffee can. Look at that. 3 equal diameters across with a little bit left over, which is our 0.14. That's pi. See if you can find a few other household objects in your own house to measure pi for yourself. And stay tuned for more updates from the C Science Center.